Hello everyone, and welcome back to day 2 of my birthday week streaming here on twitch.tv/AndrewMonkey, otherwise known as Andrew's Adventures and Adventures. Also welcome to the YouTube. If you happen to be watching there, who knows, maybe people will. So today we have more in the way of what I see in this channel's future, which is a point-and-click adventure game called The Little Acre. It's produced by an Irish developer called Pewter Games. Said it out loud. Makes sense now. Computer Games. Haha. And yeah. So, let's just get on with it. Bitrate is a bit weird, but never mind. Anyway. This one I think has more talking than yesterday, so I won't need to say as much. So, I'll try not to talk over the characters. Sure, that's fine. I think the little blue blob means the subtitles are on, so yes. Perfectly normal sounds. Everything is fine. I'm assuming you guys can hear that. Where's your friend?
I awoke to the sounds of Lily's gentle snores as they drifted across the bedroom loft. She was still fast asleep, and I needed to keep it that way, or suffer the consequences. Creaky floorboards meant that the simple act of getting dressed will require a little ingenuity.
So. That is fair.
My trousers were just out of reach. Lily was a sprawl of limbs, and my sweater was pinned beneath her. I needed to find a way to roll her over without waking her. Couldn't do anything about the sweater while Lily was still cuddling it. Morning, Dougal. My boots were nearby, but I needed to put on my trousers first. This wasn't my first rodeo. Hey, Dougal, give me that stick, boy. If I was to get that stick from Dougal, I had to time it just right.
Yoink. Yoink.
Huh? Yeah. Lily made a fish and marmalade sandwich for me the day before. I didn't have the heart to refuse, but I wasn't about to eat it. Couldn't do anything about the sweater while Lily was still cuddling it. Oh, that stinks. I was trying to gather all my clothes without leaving my bed to avoid waking her, and throwing a stick at her was not going to help achieve that. Even with the stick, I couldn't reach that far. Couldn't do anything about the sweater while Lily was still cuddling it. I wasn't about to start throwing food around the room, without a good reason at least. Boots, check. He was going to have to earn the other half of this disgusting sandwich. I'd freed my sweater from Lily's clutches, but it was still out of reach. I should be able to get the trajectory right.
There we go. And use the stick again.
I had to wait until his mouth was open.
Timing. Very tempting.
That was my cue to sneak out of there.
Success.
I decided I'd cycle to the nearby town. Maybe I'd find someone willing to hire me. Maybe I'd find someone who knew where my dad had gone. But first, I had a few things to take care of. Lily's dress was hanging from the line. I didn't need to take it down for her. She developed her own technique for that.
So one thing about this game is that, you know, it's quite a cute, cartoony art style, which I think is why, because it was delayed when it came out, only by about a month, but might also be why they haven't released another game since 2016 when this came out, so...
Cooking utensils hung from the wall by the fire, for now at least. I'd recently made Lily a small wooden sword so she'd have something else to swing around. I picked up the jug. I'd need water to make Lily's breakfast.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he relocated so he won't be responsible for waking Lily. You and me both, buddy. The doors of the cupboard where we kept the dishes were tied closed. For all the good it did, I'm pretty sure Lily chewed through them last time. Dad, where are you?
Got eaten by a...
Dad
giant
left his
monster
jacket
thing through a
behind.
portal.
Sometimes his work would make him forget the little things, like wearing a jacket outside, or eating. Dad made his own generator to power his workshop. As with his other inventions, he just refused to explain how it worked. It looked like there was something missing, but I hadn't figured out what. The funnel allowed for coolant to be added. It looked like something important was supposed to go in the slot. I had to admit, some of Dad's inventions really were inspired. Lily left Sir Fuzzlepuff here a while ago with strict instructions to report to her immediately if he saw her grandfather. Didn't really stop to think where my dad got the mask or why he wanted it. I was pretty sure I could put it to good use though. It looked like he had rifled through his belongings in a hurry. Either that, or Lily had been searching for clues.
That's all from that.
Dad's compactable footstool seemed like a great idea. I wasn't sure why it hadn't taken off. I only ever saw the transmitter active on a few occasions. During those times, Dad would have kept the shed door locked tight. There was a solid block of wood next to the pump. I needed something to collect the water first. Dad converted the garden shed into his personal workshop when he decided he wanted to work for himself. He'd normally spend every waking hour in there, inventing, tinkering, but it had been days, and there was no sign of him. The receiver attached to the shed received something from the transmitter, which in turn rotated the wheels to move the belt along in order to... I had no idea. Sometimes I think Dad added contraptions to his contraptions just to throw me off. The door was unlocked, but something was blocking on the other side.
So, oops.
The pump handle had snapped, leaving only a small section of it protruding from the pump. It was going to take something heavy to force it down. There was a solid block.
Hit it with a rock. Or something. It's been a while since I played this, so we'll see.
I think he relocated so he won't be responsible for waking Lily. You and me both, buddy. Tried to keep some things out of Lily's reach, but it never worked. Nah. I've had better ideas. It was Dad's idea to put the memorial stone by the wall. It was Anya's favourite place to have a picnic. I wasn't going to leave while I still had things to do. My trusty bicycle was my main method of transport and definitely didn't require any modifications, despite what my father said. Taking into account Lily's willfulness, it was often easier to indulge her creativity than flat out ask her to do something. In this case, the gnome was a spy who informed me of when Lily wandered too far from the house.
And this is why the game is called Little Acre, because, you know, it's a Little Acre. Not going to be patronising and do an Irish accent. Dear Aiden, thank you for your application to the position of repair clerk at Boyle & Sons. I appreciate your consideration, but regrettably have decided not to offer you a position at this time. While I have no doubt that someone with your military engineering expertise would be capable of the role, I should think you would be well suited to a more demanding occupation, perhaps something in hydroelectric dam with your father. I wish you every success in your future endeavours. Kindest regards, Sean Boyle, owner and manager.
Strange lights?
The Independent Times. Unemployment rates and emigration on the rise. Rumours abound regarding strange lights in the countryside. An end to petrol rationing in sight?
Oh, it's a package from my father.
Arthur, this is the last of the small crystals. I hope this was worth giving up your job for. I'm still finding the whole notion difficult to believe. I'm tempted to make a trip to your home to see it with my own eyes. But the fact that you keep the generator in your bedroom is quite unsettling, to say the least. If what you say about the lesser crystals is true, then I fear what may happen when this company begins experimenting on the large one. It's still safe for now, but I don't think it'll be possible to smuggle it out of here without anyone noticing. Given the apparent results of your own experiments, it's possible they'll listen to your warning. However, it's more likely they'll see nothing other than the potential for profit. For now, I'll do my best to impede their research. Stay safe, my friend. Nina.
The strange crystal was obviously important to my father. I couldn't help but wonder if it had anything to do with him going missing. I decided to do a little snooping around. My father had notions to turn to farming when he left his job. He never could leave signs behind.
Okay, we have a glowy rock.
I don't think that would have helped. If I went back up there, I'd wake Lily, and I did not want to do that.
Okay, glowy rock.
I've had better ideas.
Look at the machine, then use the glowy rock.
Let's see. It fits. Huh? It's glowing. The label on the right indicated the weight of the crystal.
Okay.
The notes indicate I presume the machine...
Okay, so need coolant.
Shortly after resigning from his position at the hydroelectric power station, Dad set up a few light bulbs in his room. They were connected to a machine which appeared overly complex for the purpose of powering a few bulbs. I had to admit, some of Dad's inventions really were inspired.
I think the room has to be dark because this projects something on the wall. But, okay.
I think you relocated. You and me. I only ever. The handle could be replaced later. Nah. I've had. There was a solid block.
Use this as a crowbar? Aha.
The lights in the shed only came on when Dad's generator was running. I hadn't figured out how it worked yet though. It wasn't your average generator. It looked like the pitchfork had fallen from its resting place. I couldn't see a thing, and the idea of walking around a room in the dark, where my father invented things, made me nervous.
Okay. We have a pitchfork, ladies and gentlemen.
The pitchfork wasn't heavy enough by itself to make the handle budge.
Jam the pitchfork in the stone.
Yet another impressive feat of engineering.
Makeshift hammer. Sure, why not?
Well, well, well.
Boo. Boo with that well joke.
There, that should keep it cool. The whole wall was covered in writing.
Clonfira.
Dad had a habit of writing on whatever was nearest at the time. Apparently he found a way to make sure I didn't clean it. He must have wanted to remember that particular pattern, but what for?
So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whatever I did, it caused the machine in the back garden to power up.
Perfect. Did a thing.
The machine was receiving power from within the house and was now transmitting something.
let's futz with your dad's dangerous machinery.
Sure enough, the lights and whatever other equipment Dad constructed were receiving power. I wasn't sure if I was getting any closer to figuring out what happened to him, but it was the best lead I had. There was a hand-drawn map on the wall with 2 locations marked. Our house and the hydroelectric dam, where Dad used to work. I'll find a way to blame it on the dog.
Aw, poor Dougal.
The machine appeared to have opened by itself. There was a 50-50 chance that it was intended to respond to vibration, or that it was simply as reliable as the stepladder.
Which had pinged off somewhere into the void.
It was one of the puzzle boxes my father often made for Lily. I wasn't sure why he hadn't given her this one, but I knew she'd be happy to have it. There was a small keyhole in the back, but like many of Dad's devices, its purpose was far from obvious. The machine appeared to be waiting for something.
Do I just have to give that to Lily, or what?
I wanted to give Lily the puzzle box I had found, but she was still asleep. I wanted to give Lily the puzzle box I had found, but she was still asleep. Whenever possible, I tried to avoid taking the blame for waking Lily. Dougal, I think it's your turn to wake Lily up. Lily was fearless, even with the way she got out of bed. Sorry you had to take the blame for that one, Dougal.
Poor Dougal.
Lily, does when in doubt, dance it out mean anything to you? Right.
That one, and that one.
The secret dance routine turned out to be the solution for the combination lock. Inside the box there was a small key where the tasty treat should have been.
Why make me take it? Like, just add it to my inventory. Like, it's a small thing, but...
Try to keep some things out of Lily. Lily was already out of bed. Sort of.
I like how we've basically stopped trying to make Lily a breakfast and just, like, entirely focused on finding your dad.
Looks about the right size. Hey!
I'm sure that's fine.
So hungry. Need breakfast. Look, Dougal, everything's laid out already. I should just make it myself. It's porridge. What could go wrong? Big old bag of oats. Prepare to be eaten. Hey, wait a minute. It's empty. Okay, I can fix this. All I need is a fresh bag of oats, a new bowl, and then to place the pot over the fire. That breakfast wasn't going to prepare itself. Why didn't Granddad invent something like that? Dougal was pretty smart, but he didn't know how to put together a breakfast. This is easy peasy. What was Dad worried about? That breakfast wasn't going to prepare itself. Why didn't Granddad invent something like that?
Okay, so potentially have to distract Dougal somehow.
Ugh, Dad tied a knot around the handle again. He must be trying to keep you away from the bowls, Dougal. I've never adventured on an empty stomach. Dougal probably would have fetched the oats if I asked him, but I didn't trust him not to eat them. Hey Dougal, I think someone's at the door, boy.
Too slow, Dougal. Got there. Okay, so...
Dougal, attack that string.
I love that Lily's just a walking disaster area and Dougal's like her protector. I love that little glare. Weird.
Wait till Dad hears I did this all by myself. Hang on. Where is Dad?
Oh.
Somewhere else.
For a moment, I wondered where I was. Then I noticed everything was different. I was different. But it was when I thought of Lily that it no longer mattered why. I couldn't let her think that she had lost someone else. There was a pair of niche panels on one of the walls, each containing an empty spherical socket. There was a pair of niche Come on, come on. Okay, let's figure this out. Somebody had left their belongings on the floor of the strange room. After glancing over the items, I realized some of them belonged to my dad. So, this is where you went. It was unusual to see Dad without his hat, and vice versa. Then again, it was noticeably warmer than home. I decided to take it with me. A glass jar had been left next to the other belongings, emitting a faint white light. Assuming unusual objects to be important seemed like a good rule of thumb, so I picked it up.
Okay, probably should have looked at the rest of the stuff.
Whatever the rightmost socket was supposed to do, it didn't seem to be able to do it while the lab was unpowered. Placing the jar into the left socket had restored basic power to the lab. The lab had some power, but none of it was reaching the door release mechanism. The machine was
Where is the thing?
There was a pair of niche. I've had better. I've had better. The lab had some power, but none of it was reaching the door release mechanism.
The place just stays powered. Now it's a time. I see.
There was just enough power to distribute to the door release. There was just... It took a large amount of power to get me here. Logic dictated that it would take something similar to get me home. I was going to have to venture outside to find it. And in the back of my mind, I hoped that I might find my father along the way.
Dad must have gone to town without telling us. Oh well, time to go to work.
Just realised that some of my subtitles might be covering up stuff, so I'm going to make myself teeny tiny and hopefully not cover up. Subtitles.
Heroes are good at
Also
saving
not obscure
people,
or anything.
but I never got a chance to save her. So, we meet again. Watch your back, gnome.
Dad had probably already checked the post. Nobody ever sent us anything interesting anyway.
Like glowy crystals or
Can't go that way. Gnome is watching.
ooh, that gnome. So yeah, Lily's world is different from Aiden's, I guess. So she can explore the sort of rusted out.
Dougal did his best to keep me out of danger. It was so annoying.
But you can't leave the grounds because the evil gnome is watching.
I took the stretchy rope from the tractor. Every adventurer needs rope. Right where I left it.
So now we can make Dougal do things.
Dougal did his best. I'm pretty good at climbing things, but only when I can reach them. Grandad would have been proud of my giant slingshot.
I needed to be sitting in the slingshot.
Ugh. I wasn't strong enough to pull myself back.
Oh, I see. I can't go up the front, so I launch myself over the wall.
Ugh. I wasn't strong enough to pull myself back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yee. Uh-oh. Poor Dougal.
Hopefully we haven't missed any customers. Dad says we're running out of money. He's doing his best to find a job. He's probably gone to town for that exact reason. So until then, we've got to do our best to help out. Hey, Breeze! You didn't pay for that! Good thing Wings can't ride bikes.
I like how she's now armoured and tooled up. For
Wait,
her impressive array
if
of
Dad's
weapons.
bike is still here, where's he been all morning? I had a bad feeling, and I was pretty sure it had nothing to do with the porridge.
All right, gnome. How about you don't tell Dad I went outside? Just this once. Traitor! Dad's bike was by the wall, which meant he was still around the house somewhere. I'd never run away from home. Besides, there was an adventure to be had.
I couldn't let the gnome see me, but I didn't have time to climb back over the wall.
Hiya! With gnome out of the way, I was free to start looking for Dad. Dad had probably already... Nobody ever...
It's a bit of no murder between friends. She was in my way.
It felt like a
Had to
dream.
finish him.
I was being led down a path, and short of curling up into a ball, I was helpless to do anything about it. I considered going back inside and just waiting for someone to find me, but I knew that if I wanted to get back to Lily soon, I'd have to find the source of power for the machine that brought me here, and I wasn't coming back until I found it.
Okay, I like the little lizard dude who just eats his own eyeball repeatedly.
It looked like the blue lamp also acted as a door release. It looked like the blue lamp also acted as a door release.
I hope this is going to last me 2 sessions. Since I'm, what, 40 minutes in? Already in another world?
I don't say this often, but it wasn't the time for eating. Dougal, do you think we should have a quick nap? No, you're right. Purple lights. When I find him, I'm going to make Grandad put some over my bed too. I tried getting Dougal to pick up Grandad's scent. No dice.
No dice.
Ooh, shiny. I probably shouldn't touch it. Come on, Sir Fuzzlepuff. I'm on a new quest.
Clonfira? Huh?
I already looked through all of Grandad's clothes. Wherever he went, he took his hat with him. At least that ruled out alien abduction. I heard that's a thing that can happen now. Line goes down. Hey! How come when I draw on the walls, it's a bad thing?
Technically in that photo.
This spinning machine usually only works when Grandad is busy in the shed. Could he be back?
What's your phone been meddling in things he doesn't understand?
That handle was shorter than I remembered. Maybe I just grew a lot overnight. Grandad would pretend he did everything for a reason, but I think he just liked to decorate. I wasn't allowed to go into the shed, which made it the best place for playing in. Dad, are you in here?
Grandad wouldn't mind me borrowing a little bit of paper.
Wow, I've never seen this thing open before.
The adventure machine.
Normally I'd jump straight in, but this is something Grandad made. I'm going to need a guinea pig.
Onward to adventure.
Godspeed, Sir Fuzzlepuff. Whoa!
Wow.
He's gone. Of all the souls I have encountered in my travels, his was the most fuzzy. Dougal, this must be where everyone went. What if something happened? I need to go after them. You wait here in case someone comes by.
Just smacking a note onto him. Whoa. That's not ideal.
As I wandered deeper into the swamp, I began to feel uneasy. From the gnarled and twisted branches of bizarre trees to the clamor of unrecognizable creatures filling the air, it was clear I was a long way from home.
So I've gone from a point-and-click adventure game to, I mean, still point-and-click adventure game, but
Oh my god! I'm adorable! I couldn't wait to see what Dad looked like.
His sacrifice will never be forgotten.
Somebody had made some holes in the wall. Usually, holes in the wall meant Grandad was working. This is Grandad's stuff. I knew it! The machine I came out of wasn't the same machine I stepped into. There was definitely magic involved.
Magic.
The doors had crumbled, and creeping vines had woven their way amongst them. It was hard to tell which had occurred first.
My apologies. I don't see many like you.
Who are you?
Mare.
Mer?
No, just Mare.
I'm not sure where I am. Can you help me get home?
Maybe help each other? Come, sit.
No, I wouldn't trust anyone whose first instinct is to growl at you, although that said, I kind of growl at a lot of people.
I want to live here!
You know, good to know Lily's first instinct is to beat the tar out of somebody.
My sword was mighty, but I needed to find a weak spot. His tongue was even longer than Dougal's.
Well, game over. Lily got eaten by a group.
My people lived here once long ago. They had machines, kept us warm, safe. Now I am alone, and the machines not work.
Well, I'll take a look, but if I do, will you help me get home?
By fixing machine, you return home.
So it's the same generator that powers the lab. Okay, show me.
Follow.
A ramshackle wooden dwelling lay at the edge of the swamp. Presumably it was where Mare lived.
During that scene, I like the little bug that looked like it was a centipede. Sort of stylized centipede that then just broke up into little bugs. Scattered.
Decaying statues and old ruins were strewn all throughout the area. I couldn't tell if they were made by Mare's people or some older civilization. Did the statues decay naturally over time, or were they forcefully toppled?
I'm gonna go with forcefully toppled.
Next to Mare's toolbox was a single peculiar glove. What is this?
Careful.
Sorry. Whoever had made the engravings appeared to understand the concept of traveling to other worlds like I had. They also appeared to place a lot of value in doing so. Hey, this looks like my father's toolbox. It is his toolbox. So he's been here. Have you seen him?
Arthur.
You have? Where is he?
Took crystal. Stole crystal. Then left.
Where did he go? What is this place?
Sacred place. History and future.
Your people wrote this?
Always been here.
And then your people left? When?
100 years? More?
100 years? Does this radio also belong to my father? I wondered why he thought it would work so far from home. From what I could see, Mare wasn't going to get very far without a power source. A skittish indigenous creature was sitting on the flat surface in front of the pool. A 4x4 grid of small cubes lay at the bottom of the pool. I presumed it would display the pattern to dial home, but I wasn't sure how. Somehow, a bluish light was emanating from some of the cracks in the wall.
Pew pew.
Whoa! Careful! Right. The crystal hidden behind the wall looks similar to the one I had seen earlier that day. Engraved into one of the walls was the scene of worship. The object of their adoration looked like a hole in the sky. There was a large bulbous plant blocking a pipe at the top of the stairs. It felt like it was full of water. Nah. Nah.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Nah.
That's right, scary.
I've had
Really?
In one corner of the room were several flowers laid out in a grid pattern. There was something familiar about it. It's not accepting the same pattern as last time. I need to find the pattern for home somehow.
It's a DHD from.
Whoever had made the engravings, they also appeared to place...
Stargate.
In front of the pool of shallow water, there was a small, flat surface. I would have guessed at a ceremonious function, but the entire structure appeared to have purpose. I don't think that would have helped.
Something happened.
I picked up a screwdriver from the overturned toolbox. A 4x4 grid. I presumed it would...
Okay, so I need to get water into it. Sure. We do by stabbing this thing. Stabby, stabby.
With the obstruction removed, I could hear water flow through the pipes to another part of the building. The cubes were now lit with the same pattern which brought me to Clonfira in the first place. place of my father's hat in the receptacle caused the lights in the pool to glow with a different pattern.
The creature.
I wouldn't have thought it possible, but this machine was even less safe than anything my father created.
Yeah. The creature was making the pattern for here. Whereas my dad's kept it beautiful. Oh, what uses this one? Jesus. There we go.
Hey, I think that worked. Hey, what are you doing?
Silence! Mine to take. Belongs to me. Ah!
I'm gonna get out of here.
Thank you.
Presumably spent some time just hitting its insides with a sword. Adorable giant caterpillar.
What have you got there? Gone adventuring. No, no, no!
Yes, yes, yes.
Can I help you?
My name is Nina. I'm a friend of your father's. I've been out here for a while thinking about how to say this in a way that you'd believe me, but then about a minute ago I heard that sound. You've been there, haven't you? To Clonfira.
Yes, and I need to get back there.
You mustn't go back there. It's dangerous. Your father, he was killed. I'm so sorry.
He... What? Lily! Lily's there! In Clonfira! You have to help me bring her home, please!
Oh my God. Come with me. We need to get to my lab. Hurry.
But then he spat me out. He's probably not used to his food poking him with a sword. And then I saw you, although you already knew that bit. You're a good listener, like Dougal. Hey, what's your name, by the way? Well, you're like a big bug, so I'm gonna call you Bugsy, okay? So, will you help me find my family? Okay, first, let's get out of here. There was a really big, squishy flower. That definitely wouldn't have worked. I might be able to climb this. Oof! Or not.
Why are all the good climb spots always out of reach?
Hey, Bugsy, give me a boost. Hup. Hey, I'm back where I started. And I've lost my sword. We could have just used the dog-eat door this whole time. Come on then.
Nothing like a pointless.
Hey! Rude!
Hey! Ooh.
Oh, look at that thing! It's like a squirrel! Bugsy! What did he ever do to you? Hey!
I hope you're as good at tracking as Dougal is.
Stole my wings.
He must have gone into one of these flowers. Evidence!
Okay, let's give the evidence to Google. Not Google, Bugsy. Doogle's not here, man.
Trust me. Smell this.
Suspicious, Bugsy is suspicious.
He seemed pretty sure about which way the barrel went.
Wait here. I'll be right back.
Okay, I don't have any more crystals of the type Arthur used, but I have this.
Wait, why can't we just use that with my father's machine?
Because we don't want to blow up the whole countryside. I'll explain when we get to my lab. I'm hoping that I'll be able to send you to Clonfira from here, but they're not going to just let me bring someone into the building. You should be able to sneak in through the side entrance. Just make sure no one sees you. I'll go on ahead and get started. See you soon.
Hang on, Lily. I'm on the way. The cat was too preoccupied to notice me. Hey, did you stop making so much noise? Try to be stealthy. The door was locked. Of course it was. Through the window, I could see there was someone inside. Luckily, he was too busy to notice me.
Is he?
The small grate covering the vent was secured with a padlock. I don't think that would have helped. Somebody had hidden the key underneath the flower pot.
Because naturally.
The door only stayed open for a moment before swinging shut behind the cat. I was gonna have to find another way in. There was no turning back. I had to get into that building. I'm usually a stickler for avoiding fire hazards, but this was for the greater good.
Sure, let's lock the fire exit. Always good. Then that cat will stay for the night.
My new sidekick had left me with a way in. I'd made it into the canteen. The worker was still there, facing towards the lift. I couldn't tell if the lab worker's suit was for his job or for using the microwave oven. The lift would have taken me down to Nina's lab, but not without being seen. I got the feeling that wasn't his first run-in with the cat. There was one of those new microwave ovens I'd heard about in the corner of the canteen. The idea of almost instant porridge was attractive, but trying to keep Lily away from it wasn't.
It's a set. It must be the 70s, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the window I came in. Let's go out this window.
If I'd known earlier that I'd be standing on a narrow ledge above a hydroelectric dam, I wouldn't have gone out of bed that morning. He sure does have a bird's eye view from up there. My sidekick was just waiting for the right signal. There was one thing people always said not to do in these situations, and that was it. Ah! Whoa, whoa. It wasn't gonna help me fly, but I figured I could use it for something. It was hard to tell where the genuine hydroelectric machinery stopped and the experimental tech began. Nina was waiting for me in her lab.
It's the 70s.
There you are. What took you so long? What? Never mind. I need your help with something. I'm almost ready to go here, but I need something else for this to work. A cavity magnetron should do the trick. The easiest one to get is probably from the microwave oven upstairs. I'll finish up here. Let me know when you've got it.
I could only imagine what this lab looked like when it also had my father's work scattered around it.
No idea what that says.
Nina's scattered notes reminded me of my father.
Here we got his a cat toy. He's obviously from the picture. Here. That cat is Nina's cat.
The large crystal Nina had shown me earlier was now attached to the palm of another unusual glove. I had to trust that whatever she's going to do with the cavity magnetron was going to help me find Lily. Oh, hey, Jerry! I was lucky enough that he already thought I was someone else. I wasn't going to ruin that by striking up a conversation. The microwave oven was in use, but I didn't have time to wait.
There we go, so I just blew out the...
Somehow, I had broken the lift. I was becoming used to doing things the hard way, at least. I got the feeling...
And back out the window. Oh, come on!
At least there's no sign of the bird this time.
I was going to say, is that why the cat is looking quite so obviously it.
Great, thank you. This'll just take a moment. Alright, I followed your father's design as closely as I could. Put this on. Now, this crystal is different from the others, much more powerful. With the lesser crystals, you need to find a place where the fabric of our reality is already weakened. But with this, we should be able to tear open a new gateway right here.
Thanks.
Aim that way.
Aim for the big X on the wall.
I made a mental note to thank her later, if I survived.
Now that's thinking
Aiden,
with
be
balls.
careful.
Give me that.
Whoa. Where am I?
Making a note here, huge success.
Granddad. No.
Where am I? The enormous door was similar to the entrance of the building Mare had led me to before. I hope that meant I was near. Lily? Lily! Wait! There you are. What are you doing here? Come on, we have to get... Lily? Ah! Ah! Ah!
Arthur will be part of Clonfira forever, and so will you.
Well, that's not ideal. It was just leaving flowers.
Bugsy! I thought I lost you too. Maybe it's not too late to save my dad. Granddad? You're okay! What? Mommy? What? No! Why did you make me see that? Hang on, Dad, I'm not leaving you! Dad! Keep him busy for a sec!
Hey you! Big ugly monster! Oh,
It was too big. Dad! Keep him busy for a sec!
hey! Look at me again! I'm serious this time!
I thought about doing that, but decided not to. With a face like that, no wonder he tricks people into seeing something else.
It was going to take someone strong to pull the monster anywhere.
With a face like...
Great work, Bugsy! We've nearly got him! Catch me, Dad!
I can't! My arms are...
Out of here. Oh.
Dad! Are you okay?
I'm alright! Just don't come down!
Okay, I'm gonna jump down now!
Of course.
What are you doing here? Are you okay? I was so worried.
I was looking for you and Granddad.
Lily, Granddad...
I know. Can we go home now?
Wait. Myrrh. He stole the glove. We needed to get home. Come on, quick. We can't get stuck in this place. I was finally reunited with Lily. As usual, she seemed to be handling things better than me. A monster which lured its prey by causing them to hallucinate and see what they want to see. I'd be impressed if I wasn't so appalled. Mare, wait!
No more waiting. This time I go.
No!
Just go, Dad! Stop him!
Wait right there!
Yeah, because that always works.
Somebody should really fix these. Wow, this must be for a really big dog.
Or a cow person.
Somebody should... Wow.
I recognized Granddad's old radio sitting on the floor. I wonder how that got there. I bet Granddad would have loved this thing. Granddad's hat was on the edge of the pool. He must have stopped for a drink.
Dad!
Real world man is a lot bigger in a way.
Your father died to protect you and this world from me. My thanks for undoing his efforts.
Doodle to the rescue.
Ah!
I've got to do something!
Granddad's hat, he must have stopped.
Hey, this must be Grandad's glove.
Who is this?
Huh? I'm Lily. Who are you? Over.
Lily, this is Nina. I'm a friend. Where are you? Your father's been looking for you. He's really...
Oh, don't worry. He found me. Well, I found him. But then the bad guy with purple hair tried to trap us here. So Dad went to stop him, and now I can see them fighting in the back garden through this magic mirror thing. I'm not making this up.
No, I believe you. Look, when the portal closes, the radio will stop working. If that happens, I promise I'll come back to get you somehow. Just stay safe.
Why is he doing this?
Our world sustains his kind better than his own ever could. It's complicated. They left him behind long ago. I suppose he just wants to see them again, even at the cost of hurting other people.
He wants to see them again? Maybe I could give him what he wants.
Lily, don't do anything. Just stay put.
Granddad's hat, he must have...
Let's go get ourselves a hallucination monster.
I finally got to slay a dragon. Only one more bad guy to deal with.
Okay, you big monster. You owe me. Okay, you big monster. You owe me.
No, new friends.
You're all here. I don't have to be alone anymore. Ah!
I like how she clearly just hung around in the portal for a while.
Dad! Dad! Don't leave me!
Adorable puppy Dougal. Gave him back a little too much love force, eh? That's the game. I've forgotten how short this game was. What, an hour? Who doesn't enjoy a short adventure game? I mean, you can understand why it was so short because of the amount of work that had to go into the art. Like, yeah, I mean, this game is pretty cheap. It's less than a fiver usually in most places you can buy them. So, you know, go support huge games. Like I say, it's fun. My kind of thing. Yeah, so that's half of my three-life mod. This one. So blind goes down, blind goes up, blind goes down. So yeah, let's go to boot camp. I'll be back in like 5 minutes when I work out something to play for the next hour and a half, and then for the rest of today. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go actually offline and then come back. So yes.